It wasn't too fun at first. What I've realized was because she put me in a sophomore college math class while she taught downstairs. And what I realized was while I was in that class, the people in college seemed like they didn't really care too much about what you had going on outside of the classroom. And I felt challenged. And like I said, I really loved school. I do. I still do. But it didn't, it seemed a lot more bearable than elementary school and high school. And so I figured, why not just get my GED, go straight to college? I'm not going back to high school, but I do want to go to college. So, get my GED, I'm going to go straight to college, and everything's going to be okay. I proposed that idea to my mom, and she was all for it. She looked at it as me moving forward with my education, which I wanted to do. I just didn't want to be made fun of. I didn't want to be talked about. I didn't want to be teased. I didn't want to be thought of as different. And so that was what I did. But my drug use continued because of my mental health disorder, which was still untreated. Because I hadn't said anything about the way that I felt. Hadn't talked about that part. And so I still wanted to fit in and felt like I had something to prove to my friends in high school, junior high, people in the neighborhood. So I stole a truck. Why I stole that truck? I wanted to fit in. It was told to me that things would move in the so-called positive direction if I did this. And so I did. And I went back in front of my old high school with this truck, telling everyone I was in college, and picked up a few friends, went driving, ended up going the wrong way up a one-way street, got into an accident, thought I lost the person by speeding away through the neighborhood, came back, sat in front of the high school. Ego is big as Texas. And that person I thought I lost, well, they found me. And I got my butt kicked in front of parents and students and people I went to school with and teachers. And it was very embarrassing. And that was one of the first times I ended up going to jail. I wanted so badly to fit in. So I called my mom, and she wanted to come get me out. Because again, like I said, she thought nothing was wrong with me. But my sister, my brother, who were both older than me, and they were her biological kids, wanted me to supposedly learn a lesson. Because all they saw was me acting out. All anybody saw was me acting out. Because I didn't say anything about the way that I felt. So I sat there in jail for 2 months and got out and came home to find my mom not there because she had gotten sick. She was getting more and more ill as I progressed through high school. And it started to catch up with her. Not only did she have a heart condition, but she had Alzheimer's. And it was really starting to take its toll. So she went to live with my sister. And I lived in my own apartment. I was emancipated because I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And felt that it'd be great to live on my own and I'd be able to get high and not have to answer to anybody and go to college. That was what I wanted to do. But, word to the wise, you cannot go to school, be successful. You can't even, I found you can't even go to school and do drugs. It just doesn't work. I tried it. It doesn't work. So eventually, my drug use escalated, or as my drug use escalated more and more, I was really starting to face the consequences of that escalation. I ended up just not going to class ever again because it would cut into the time that I would need to chase that feeling. This feeling that served as a physical medication, if you will, because of that untreated mental health disorder, as well as an emotional medication that I was doing. Because my mom was getting sicker and sicker, and she wasn't coming home. And that was hard to deal with because, like I said, my mom was wonderful. They were both wonderful women. And I felt that love that they had for me. Which is why I fought tooth and nail against the kids that would make fun of them because that's not how I perceive them at all. And how dare they say something? So I thought I found a solution, which was getting high. Despite me not being able to go to college, I was able to deal with life. So I thought. The temporary fix, let me tell you. But I felt good in my head. I felt like I could be in my own skin. And then I didn't have to think about the bad stuff that was happening to my family. And it just got worse. Because little did I know, I was an addict. And once I started using drugs and alcohol, I couldn't stop. And it just continued. I started going to jail more and more for ridiculous, ridiculous charges. I started putting myself in situations